we're talking about the R&D and how R&D helps. So, we were talking, actually, we were talking a little bit about, funny enough, fashion, the one I didn't like that much. Okay, so what did we say about fashion? R&D and fashion. Okay, just, we're going to listen to one group's idea above their Uniqlo. What happens? Better clothing feeling and extending the life of the product, right? So what they've done is they've made the product better. So you go to Uniqlo, you can buy cheap clothes that last a long time. So extending the life of an existing product, right? So that's definitely good. Then anybody else? Specific examples? Any good examples? Well, no. What I was looking for, William, was we're looking for innovation. Like, so how does R&D help companies? So, for example, Hayate's group was talking about Uniqlo and how the better clothing or the better product makes it last longer. So you get a better value for your money. That was through R&D. Blend of polyester and cotton or something. I'm not sure. And so they're doing that. And I was, and earlier I was talking about the phones, opening up markets, getting better phones. SoftBank starts to expand its market share is growing. Anything else?
Get new customers.
Getting new customers, absolutely. And that's, let's go back to Uniqlo, for example. Now you've got customers who maybe wouldn't go to Uniqlo. Now they're going to go because the clothes have a good, reputation. If they're good clothes, they don't break easily. And they're cheap, right? You start lowering the costs of the clothing. So, and again, I have to say that, I did say fashion, but actually, the more I think about it, maybe fashion is a good one, right? So you've got good quality products for a lower price. So that's through innovation. Absolutely. R&D. Now, it may not have been Uniqlo that did the R&D. It may have been a Chinese company in China that did the R&D and was able to sell to Uniqlo. But the main thing is that the end result was Uniqlo benefited from R&D. That's a great example. Any other examples? Cutting costs. Absolutely. How do we cut costs? Any examples? There's a lot of examples. Well, if we look at let's take a look at your iPad. So your iPad, right, how much was the iPad? It's like 60,000, 70,000 yen now, right? I mean, when I first came to Japan, I had a ThinkPad, which was, 5 times that much money. 5 times that much money. So, you're talking about 300,000 yen for a very slow, simple computer 15 years ago. And today, you get much, much, much better computing power for a very low cost. So those things are happening. So innovation has created this very low-cost product. And why? Less components, there's better batteries, better product because of all of the innovation that goes into it. Apple's very well known for their innovation. So much lower costs. And then when it's only 60,000 yen, more and more people will buy it. So those are exactly points that we should be thinking about. Sure. Any others? One more example? Please get any examples. Motivating the workforce. You want to see a motivated workforce? Absolutely. Your company's number one, if it's Toyota, or if it's Uniqlo, or if it's Apple. Those company employees are going to be very well motivated. Very true. And one of the failures this year was Hewlett-Packard. HP brought out their tablet, failed. I can imagine, I don't know this for sure, but I wonder how well those employees are doing. It's always scary. They might end up losing their jobs. So those are examples of those things. But yeah, motivating the workforce. And with a motivated workforce, you get better products. With better products, you get more customers, usually. So it's absolutely an upward spiral. So R&D becomes extremely important. Now, here are some other problems. R&D often can be a failure, and it's very expensive when it's a failure. So they need to be very much aware of that, and they must be very careful about what it is. So these things are also extremely important. So, the last thing I was going to ask you guys to do, actually, we won't look at the biggest bankruptcies for now. I'll give that to you for homework. But trademarks, copyright, what are they? And as a student, are there certain copyright issues that you need to be aware of? So, I asked you that question just to make you think about it. So, in Cube, when you were first-year students, and you gave your essay, but you copy-paste your essay, was that okay? No. No way. Why not? What's it called?
Copyright.
Copyright infringement. We don't call it that in academia. We call it plagiarism. Plagiarism. Remember, you know, Greg or Roger or Brent or me, we got, you know, so serious and very strict about that. So basically what it is it's trademark. You cannot just copy something. You know, if you go to copy goods, right, you can get a copy whatever. And that's absolute trademark infringement. So be aware of those two terms. I'm going to leave those to you guys for, I'll leave these to you. Last two questions will be homework. And for tomorrow, I'm going to review, we'll do a little bit of review. We have 3 classes next year, so we'll do most of the review next year. We'll do a little bit of review on that. What we're going to do now, though, is I asked you guys to take a look at strategy. I asked you to do that for reading for this week. So what we're going to do is the last section of the course is going to be on corporate strategy. So what is corporate strategy and what are the different types? So remember some of the homework, the readings that I gave you guys. So please take a print, and I want you guys to figure out the 3 types of strategy. So page 295 in your book. Page 295 in your book. And here we're going to start looking at corporate strategy. What is the last section? The final section. Last section. Okay.